Friends from Beyond Borders, we are in our 18th edition, and today our success story will be a very known person here in Imperial Valley, Sierra Jaime. Sierra, how are you?
Good, thank you.
So Sierra, you are a businesswoman here in Imperial Valley. You've taken many roles, and you've been very active in the community. So tell us a little bit about yourself and your background, and tell us about your story, your life story.
Okay. I was raised here in the Imperial Valley. My family came here when my mom was pregnant with me, and we've been here ever since. And we were fortunate enough I grew up in a family that owned a business, and so I was fortunate enough to be able to see what it looks like to own a business from a very young age. I grew up in their business, and I've always wanted to own my own. And the opportunity presented itself with State Farm, and I couldn't be more thrilled.
How did you get involved in State Farm, and what motivated you, and what brought you into this business?
Absolutely. So a few years ago, my dad had a really terrible accident. And long story short, he was a cyclist and a semi-truck hit him while he was on his bicycle. And while he was out training one day, all of the bones in his face got completely crushed to powder. And he had to be life flighted from Brawley Hospital to San Diego. He is a walking miracle, and we thank God every day for his life and that he's still with us today. But when I first walked into the hospital on that day that he had his accident, I couldn't recognize him. And when you go through something like that as a family, it really makes you think a lot about what you're doing in your life to be able to prepare and to be able to help impact others. And so because our family went through that experience, it made me want to become a State Farm agent to help other people protect what matters most, which is their families and their assets that they work so hard to build.
Tell us about the role of your family in your success.
My family is at the heart of everything that I do. They are my biggest inspiration, and they are why I do what I do every day. So I'm the oldest of 4 children, and our house was a neighborhood house where we had tons of people come every day. My parents are the most welcoming and generous people I have ever seen. They've given the shirts off of their back to people even when they were struggling themselves. And so for me, I saw that example, and my dad taught me from very young that it is such a blessing to be able to help others and be able to live your life in a way that it's not about you. It's about being able to help and impact others, and that's the best joy that we can ever have. And so from that, that is actually every day what we get to do here at State Farm.
And you told me on a previous interview that you worked from a very young age, from cleaning windows, from doing a business, working in hotels, now working at State Farm. So you've been working very hard. So what are the challenges that you see for women in going to business?
Going into business, I think being a woman or being a man is no different. I think being a woman is a really amazing thing to be able to do this, and there's definitely challenges. There's plenty of challenges for anyone, but I think the beauty of being able to own your own business is really you have to create something from nothing and be willing to take the risks in order to do so, and understand that it can be scary at times, but the jobs that are created here, this office that is here, so many things didn't exist without somebody be willing to put everything on the line and take a risk. And the cool thing is, no matter where you come from, no matter what your heritage is, no matter what your ethnicity is, no matter what your economic status is, this opportunity is available to everyone. And it's a matter of what you do in order to be able to create a business that is going to be successful. And even while you have your business, be able to continue to innovate and find ways to be able to best serve your needs of your customers and continue to do so in a way that really matters to them.
Beyond Borders is a very binational publication. We cover the Cali Baja mega region that we were talking about earlier. So how do you see the relationship between Mexico and the U.S. Imperial Valley and Mexicali?
I would, like we were just chatting about, I love this area. It is fascinating. The economics and the merger of the two companies, or the two countries, of Mexico and the United States is amazing. The Mexican people that are here are so incredible, and the merger of the two cultures is, I think, so unique. I love it. I feel like in this area, there's so many things that are very different from the way that we interact. Like, for example, everyone here speaks Spanglish, or so many other things that is just, I feel very privileged to be able to have not only the American culture that I was used to when I grew up with, but also have the taste of being able to go to Mexico for tacos at night, right? And so many other things. So this area is fascinating, and the people in it are really what makes it.
What would be your message to the binational community, especially to women that see you as a role model?
You know, I would say no one owes you anything. It's a matter of going out and getting what you want and being willing to work for what your dreams are. A couple of years ago, I put what I wanted my life to look like on a piece of paper. And then I started planning backwards on what was going to give me that platform that I needed to accomplish all of the things that I wanted in my life. And so I want to take care of my family. We were one of the families that lost our home a few years ago during the economic crisis, and we've gone through a whole bunch of stuff. I want to make sure that I use those experiences to be able to help others and do so in a way that really impacts their lives, because I know what it goes. I know what it feels like. Our family knows what it feels like. And so I would say, find something bigger than you. Know that no one owes you anything. Work hard. Every day that I would work in any other job, I tell my staff this all of the time. When I worked at the hotels, I would clean the bathroom and I would look at myself in the mirror, and I would know that I am sewing into my future employees, because I want to become the employee that I want to hire someday, and do things when nobody is looking and nobody will ever notice, just because I believe that being the very best me and holding myself to the very highest standards is going to give me every opportunity, even though at that job I was not faced with an opportunity for a promotion. Because of my work ethic that I demanded of myself, I was able to have the opportunities that were granted to me in the future.
What will be your advice in a similar question to somebody that wants to open their own business?
Don't be afraid. It's terrifying, because literally I wiped out my savings. I put everything on the line. I quit my job. I told my husband, please keep your job because we need a little bit of money. But not having that level of stability and understanding that you truly are in charge of your own paycheck when you own your business. That opportunity that I have as owning my own business is the same opportunity that the staff at our agency have. They know that it's up to them on how much that they are willing to work for to be able to earn their paycheck. And that's an amazing opportunity. And so any business owner has that opportunity, whether you're in State Farm or any other business. It's just a matter of what you're willing to do to make it happen. And that, again, is the opportunity that is available for everyone.
Finally, Sarah, what are some of your long-term and short-term goals personally and professionally?
So long-term and short-term goals. Short-term goals, we have a couple of things going on here in our agency that are really exciting. We just had a hiring fair yesterday, and we're looking for a new member of our team. So that's very exciting, and we encourage anybody that's interested to come and bring their resume to our office, and we'll chat with them for a few minutes and see about their level of interest in the position. The second thing is we also have our grand opening coming up next month. That's going to be on November 16th from 5 to 8 p.m. We're actually going to be doing a grand opening block party here in our parking lot and partnering with Pure Tones next door and also the Deli House. And so those are going to be some great things that are going to be going on here in the immediate future. And then from there, long term, I tell these guys here in our office, I want you to make a lot of money. And so I work very, very closely with them to be able to increase their skills and their knowledge to be able to allow them the very best platform available for them to be able to really take good care of their family.
Tell us a little bit about State Farm. What's in the services that State Farm provides nationally and especially with your office here in Imperial Valley?
Absolutely. So most people have no idea. State Farm has over 100 different products and services. It is the number one company as far as customer satisfaction, and the number one actually as far as policy count for both auto, home, and life insurance. So it's the largest company. In a lot of areas, State Farm insures 1 in 4 cars on the road. So that gives you the idea of how massive this company is. And the great thing about it is everything that they do is focused on taking care of the customer, and they're excellent at that. Getting a quote usually just takes a couple of minutes. We'll ask a few questions, but we're finding that many people have no idea that our coverage for auto also covers going into Mexico. So it's all included in their policies, and it's free. There's a bunch of things. If you're looking for really good coverage, State Farm is the best option for you. So give our office a call, and we'd be more than happy to not only make sure that we give you the best protection, but know why. Many people have no idea how their insurance works, and we take a lot of pride in being able to walk people through so then they can be in the driver's seat and they can make the decisions that they need to protect their family.
Yara, thank you very much. Muchas gracias por la entrevista.
De nada.
Okay. And this is the success story for the 18th edition. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.